concentrate much on education. This is a very vast field. I will concentrate on exam controller's job, but to start with a few slides on a changing trends also. To start with, the NEP implemented by the central government and is accepted by Karnataka government as a first state. NEP is talking about the flexibility, no hard separations between subjects, curricular and extracurricular activities, multidisciplinary education, conceptual understanding, critical thinking, ethical values, teaches as a heart of the learning process, the strong public education system. Most of the things we have already implemented in our college well before the NEP has been introduced. We used to admit students from different colleges, and we have multidisciplinary education. It's not interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary education. We have certificate courses. Students from one program are allowed to take courses from another school. And critical thinking is the essence of our question paper setting. And ethical values are taught to students in all 3 years under the heading Igniters. I will come to this later if there is any questions. The digitalization of education, thanks to COVID situation, most of the colleges and the schools have shifted to distance education. And digitalization is there for that. There are challenges in digitalization of education. We need infrastructure. Many colleges and schools have developed infrastructure due to that need. And some teachers used to resist the change. I can't do online classes and all those things. Then content curation. Some teachers used to take the content and put it in the PowerPoint without going for the proper digitalization to make the student understand exactly what the subject is to be. Then the technological changes has to be implemented properly. These are the challenges under digitalization of education we faced. The NEP has proposed that a candidate can earn 40% of the credits from the online platform. This is an issue. Two communities, the management has taken in a different view and the teachers have taken in a different thing. So 40% of credits if they have to take from online platform, who will conduct an evaluation for those courses? If those people are conducting evaluation, then we have to wait for the results to come. The management is thinking this as part of money saving process. So they are insisting on online courses for some, in lieu of some regular courses. Moreover, the marks have to be personalized. That is the software that IT team has to be very proactive. If a student is taking a course in Swayam platform, the student's marks card must show the particular title there. So that is a problem the IT cell and the Linways team will be facing. Coming to the examination, usually we conduct examination 2 components, internal and semester examination. I don't want to call anymore as an internal and semester examination. I have changed in my college some 6-7 years back the CIA as CA, continuous assessment. The continuous assessment we are doing, semester examination I am doing, then what is the difference between continuous assessment, semester examination? So no internal, the internal word we have removed. So the continuous assessment is the essence of learning process actually. During the UGC seminar, they asked, what about going for 60-40 instead of the NEP's 40-60? There is 40% now we are conducting the CA, and 60% the semester examination. The UGC team has asked on that day, why can't it be 60% as continuous assessment and 40% semester examination? I am very much for that. The reason being, the learning process will take place only if you properly tune the continuous assessment. However, we have to educate the teachers to properly give the continuous assessment. So, we need to have more teaching assistant to evaluate those papers. What are the different ways of conducting activities? Numericals can be there, different students different. Model making can be there. But if the classroom is more than 100, it is little difficult for us to conduct these activities. So once again, we go for routine, write one assignment on certain things and give mark out of 10. But that will not help the students to learn. Some departments are conducting quiz because it's easy to evaluate. All the students can be put in an auditorium, we conduct a quiz and activity is over. The reason for the semester examination, they will have the multiple choice question. So the same type of evaluation cannot be repeated in different form. So that we have to be careful. I'm not against the quiz, conducting quiz. But if you are conducting quiz, you can't have the MCQ in the semester examination question paper. That's what my suggestion. Then the teaching assistant. Okay, the final in-semester examination, why we have to conduct for 3 hours. From where we got the holy number 3. 3 hours we have to conduct semester examination. We changed long time back the examination for 2.5 hours. From last year, we changed the examination, semester examination for 2 hours. What is wrong with that? Nothing. So the teaching assistants to help the students to learn writing the assignments. So that we can't give assignment to the students and ask them to do whatever they want. The students may have some genuine questions on it. So there must be some teachers or the teaching assistants to help the students to write a proper assignment. Sometimes, say for example, practical classes are all assessed. So some teachers, because it is assessed, we will not go to students and help them. That's wrong. Practical classes are regular classes. We have to help the students. At the same time, we must have an alternative way to evaluate that. Why can't we have pre-lab questions and post-lab questions? Students will learn to come for the prepare and come for the practical classes. That will change a lot the practical classes. And we can give the post-lab questions. We have done 15 years back this pre-lab and post-lab questions. They have to come prepare for the lab. Earlier, we used to do some calculations, we don't know what exactly is happening here. Now it's not so. They have to come prepared. They have to write 10 questions, answers for 10 questions and come prepared for the lab. Then after the lab, what we learned extra, we have to answer the questions based on it. So that is very important. So the learning must happen during the CA activities. The semester examination question paper. What can't the question be like this? Write me 10 different questions for the chapters you have studied from CHC 212 course and give correct answers for those questions. It's very tough for the student, no doubt about that. They can't write questions. Now I'm asking, write the questions and write correct answers. You evaluate. If people see this question, they will laugh at us. But I'm asking what is wrong with this question. We are checking what the students have learned in that semester, that's all. Another question we had in our mind. Write a page on any topic you have studied from 212 course. Then write one page, what have I learned? You cannot for that. What is wrong in that? There is nothing wrong. The student has to write correct answer. Answer should be correct. Explanation should be correct. Then open-ended questions. How many of us are encouraging open-ended questions? Student can answer anyway. Political science paper. Just ask them to argue out. It can be this way or that way, right way or left way. Let them argue. The argument you have to read. assess the discussion, how they have understood. They have to quote what they have learned in that semester, and based on that theories, they have to explain these questions. They have to answer these questions. Open-ended questions are very important. Thinking type questions. I give on chemistry question. The first question is a regular question. Anybody will ask. So last 50 years, we are asking the same question in the question paper. But the same thing we can ask the question given below. So there you are asking how many unpaired electrons are there. Many of you may not be knowing chemistry. I know that. But later, from the basic answer, I'm going backward. So students have to go backward and answer the question. This is what is called thinking type question. We have introduced the thinking type question 15 years back in chemistry department in our college. So this is a must. The problem is many students may fail. So originally we had 20 marks allotted for this. We reduced to 10 marks. There should be training in the classrooms to answer these thinking type questions. In the examination hall, students should not be bored in writing essays so many pages. Rather, they should analyze and write little. That's enough, and you can evaluate that. Next one is, what is the role of controller here? Are we just collecting the question from the HODs and printing and giving it for the examination with the controller's duty is over? No. Controller's duty is to make very specific student-centric rules. I have allowed students, scribes for the students who have temporary injuries. The previous day of the examination, the student might have been riding the bike and they had an accident and broken his hand. He can't write the examination on his own. We can't allow the scribe. In the university system, it was not allowed earlier. So first time in our college, we allowed for the temporary issues the scribe. We can't give extra marks for NCC and NSS candidates and sports candidates. We are doing these things. We can't give special grades for the students who are involved in association, cultural and sports activity and enter this grade in their marks card. We are doing these things. When the NCC and sports students have gone for their NCC work and sports, why can't we conduct special examination? We are conducting. So these are the things a controller can think positively, and student-centric rules can be developed, and they can present the academic council and get it passed. And the result publication, we have to be little sensitive to the students' need. We can publish the final semester students faster. Within 10 days of the last exam day, many colleges doing, many engineering colleges doing, it's a must for them. See, we have to send a table like this. When we can publish a result? This table I have put in last month, for the end semester exam, which we are going to conduct in July and August. So the entire plan is scheduled here. So students can write to their respective universities where they are going for higher studies. So the entire plan is there. We'll stick to this date. Last year we have done it very successful. And we must encourage students, those who are coming top in each semester, we are giving certificates. We are acknowledging their performance. So 5 students, they will be put on a notice board who have come top. The first student will be given a certificate, merit certificate. Rank holders for the entire 3 semesters, 3 years together for UG and 2 years together for the PG courses, PG programs. The rank holders will be acknowledged and their certificate will be given, the rank certificate in the college day. The rules for revaluation, PG second valuation, third valuation. Will be difficult, which mark has to be entered in the student portal. First examiner has given some mark. Second examiner has given some mark. Which mark is correct? See, the marks difference is 15%. Then we are taking the average and giving us the revaluation marks, whether it's higher or lower. So these are the rules we pass in our academic council. So what I'm saying is the control has a major role to play in making the rules which will help the students, innovative rules which help the students to achieve better, to write the examination without any difficulty, and they will not have the fear of writing the examination they should not have. Passing is not the only solution in education. Whether the students are learning or not, that is what more important. So, according to my opinion, the learning will happen only if the CA activities are properly or well tuned. We must have enough teachers or teaching assistants in our colleges and the universities. Students should be allowed to write assignments individually with help of teaching assistants and with their own inputs there. So if they have specific doubts in this, the teaching assistants can clear the doubts, not helping in writing the assignment. Plagiarism is an important thing we have to check. We should not allow students to copy from anywhere. So the college should be very careful about that. Once we allow them to copy from some other source, then that will become a habit for the student in future also. So these are the some major things I would like to tell you about the role of the controller, and Adarsh has given 20 minutes for me, and exactly in 20 minutes I am winding up my discussion. Adarsh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I finished. Any questions you can ask now or after the next speaker? Anything is okay. That you plan.